Hello and welcome to lesson 13 of Brighter Grammar Book 3. Today we would like to talk about a very important issue, the mood of the verb. Here we'll discuss the definitions of the word mood, and we'll see the types of the mood: indicative mood and imperative mood, and later we'll discuss the subjunctive mood. Dear learner, when we speak, we make different sentences, we make statements, we make questions, we make commands as well as requests. Let's see the mode or the mood of the verb. The mood of the verb of a verb is the form of a verb that shows the mode or manner. Shows what? The mode or manner in which an action is shown. In which an action is shown. So sometimes when we produce sentences, we can make a statement, and we can make question, and also we can make request and command, depending on the manner or the mode of what of the verb that when we produce these sentences. Let's see here how many moods do we have in English grammar. In English grammar, there are three moods. The first mood is what is called indicative mood. The first one is called indicative mood, and we will explain the sentences or the type of sentences that we use under this indicative mood. And number two, we have also a mood that we call imperative mood, and the imperative mood also will be discussed in this lesson. And the third one, which is subjunctive mood, and subjunctive mood will be discussed later, but we will start with the most frequently used by far, the indicative mood. And the indicative mood shows two types of sentences. We express statements under indicative mood, and also we express question. Indicative or the indicative mood is used to make statements and ask questions. We use the indicative mood in two ways. We use it to make to make statements, and also we use it to ask questions. Let's consider these two types of sentences under indicative mood. And we said the mood of the verb is the manner in which we speak. Number one here, I heard a noise. I heard a noise. Here, the form of or the manner of the verb is a statement that telling us information. The train is coming into the station. Also, number three, the earth moves around the sun. These three types of statements, we express them under what we call indicative mood. Number two, also the mood or indicative mood also is used to ask question, like here in these sentences. Number one, we have, did you hear the noise? Number two, are you Miss Brown? And there is a question mark at the end of a sentence. Number three, have you understood the lesson? Or we can consider number four, what's your name? So again, mostly we use indicative mood in the way we speak to express more statements and questions. Okay, let's see the second type of the moods. The second type is the imperative mood. Imperative mood is used to give commands or make requests. So when we give command or we request or we make request, so we are using the mood that we call imperative mood. Let's see these sentences. Here we have commands sentences. In the name of the law, in the name of the law, here, in the name of the law, open the door. Number two, come here and speak to me. Number three, don't make noise. And number four, run. So here in these sentences we find the verbs are in command. verbs are in command, like here, open, like come, like speak, like don't make a noise, and run. So here the mood is imperative, is what? Imperative mood. Number 2, also we can express request. Also request also is one of the types of what? Of the imperative mood, like here, please don't forget to write to me. Number 2, don't make a noise, please. 3, please give your sister my best wishes. And number 4, let me help you. Imperative mood, as we said, has got 2 types of sentences, commands and requests. More about the mood of the verbs. Also, I'd like to discuss the imperative. Also has always, this imperative has always the same form as the simple present tense. As we said, the mood shows the manner of what? Of the verb when we speak. But the imperative, as we said, has always the same form as simple present tense, with only one exception. Let's see here how we produce present tenses and how we produce imperative sentences. Here in present tense, I use the subject and then the verb. I say, I take. But here in the imperative, I use take, the verb. Number 2, I speak. Here I say, speak. I go. Here I say, go. I do. Here, do. I don't. Here I say, don't. The exception is here with verb to be. Here I say, I am. Or I can say, as here in number 2, you can say, I am here. Or even in number 3, you can express saying, I am quiet. But when you want to give the manner in imperative mood, you say, instead of I am, you say be. Or instead of I am here, you say be here. Instead of I am quiet, in imperative mood, you say be quiet. But other verbs, we find the same form or of the verb is used. Here take, also here take, here go, here go. Speak, speak, the same. Do, don't, and don't. The only exception we find only in verb to be. Finally, let's compare between the 2 moods. Here we find that you will find, or you will notice, that the imperative form of the verb usually doesn't have a subject. Doesn't have what? A subject. Let's compare the 2 types of mood. Here we have the indicative mood sentence. That example here, I open the door. If we analyze this sentence, we find I is subject, open is verb, and then the door is object. But here, indicative mode, we find open the door. Open the door, while here the subject is what? Is option. Verb we find open, object we find the door. So here either you express command or you express request. Sometimes we say the subject in what? In imperative mood, either it is request or command, is you. Is what? Is you. Why? Because it is direct speak to the person that you are speaking to, and you are given your what? Your command, or you are given your request. Because of that, we say the subject is you, and you here we say it is understood between the speaker and the listener. Dear learner, feel free to subscribe and write your comments and question. We are ready to answer your question. My name is Sufian Musa. We'll meet next lesson, inshallah.